Robot vacuums have become increasingly popular in recent years, as more people look for convenient ways to keep their homes clean. With so many options on the market today, it can be difficult to know which one to choose. In this video, we're going to be comparing two of the top contenders, the newly released Yeedi Cube and the tried and true iRobot Roomba J7 Plus. And just in case we haven't met before, my name is Ryan and welcome to This Smart House. We bring you the latest in smart home products and projects to make your life easier through automation. Now last week we took an in-depth look at the new Yeedi Cube. We looked at a ton of the robot's amazing features. If you missed that video, there's a link up here and also down in the description. Now the team over at Yeedi sent me both of these vacuums to take a look at. So I figured I'd do a comparison between the two of them. Now also the team at Yeedi was kind enough to sponsor today's video. Now there's nothing to worry about, I'll be giving you my honest opinion on both of these robots. Now I've used many different brands of robots and my house is a great place to test because I have hardwood floors, I've got tile floors, luxury vinyl, carpets, rugs, and also kids and dogs that love to make a mess. So this week we're going to take a look at the similarities between these two cleaners and highlight the unique features to help you decide which one of these might be the best fit for your home. We'll give you all the information that you're going to need to make an informed decision. So let's dive in. So starting with the similarities between these two robots, the Yeedi Cube and the iRobot Roomba J7 Plus do share a lot of common features. So to start, let's talk about price range. And that's why I'm actually comparing these two today. The iRobot retails for around $800, according to their website, but it can be found today between $550 and $700 typically. Now when the Yeedi Cube comes out here in a few weeks, it's going to retail for $699 US. But like most brand new products, keep an eye out for discounts. Now on the vacuum side, they both have powerful suction capabilities, making them effective at cleaning various surfaces throughout your home. Now the vacuum motor on the Yeedi is about 4,300 pascals, while some sources online say the iRobot has about 6,000 pascals of suction. Now if we see a side-by-side between these two cleaning up various messes on a hardwood floor, you can see they perform about the same.
And as you can see, the iRobot seems to struggle a little bit and have to make multiple passes.
Now, the iRobot only has a single edge brush versus the Yeedi's dual edge brushes. This means the iRobot might miss more cracks and crevices when you're doing hard surfaces or under things like the bottom of cabinets. But there is a trade-off because the iRobot uses dual rubber brushes which do perform better on pulling debris out of carpet. Now, one cool feature both robots have is they can both increase their power automatically when it detects carpets or rugs. This is nice because it saves battery and noise when the robot's on a hard surface like hardwood or tile. But when it transitions over to carpet or a rug, it is able to automatically ramp up the suction power to get out pesky things like pet hair. Now, while we're on the subject of vacuuming, both robots are equipped with self-emptying base stations. This of course means you don't have to remember to empty the robot daily. So you can just let it run at a set time and not worry about it. Speaking of scheduling, you can of course use both robots' apps to manage all aspects of the robot. Both robots can map the entire floor it runs on and save multiple floors. You can also go in and review and edit the maps and set no-go zones right in the application. No more invisible walls you have to set up and keep getting knocked over. In the app, you can also schedule your robots to run, review previous cleaning jobs, check the status of the robot and its accessories. Finally, from in the app, you can customize which room your robot cleans, or you can start the robot if you forgot to start it before you left. Both robots are capable of smartly recharging and resuming operation if they get too low during a large cleaning operation. Additionally, both robot cleaners are compatible with popular voice assistants for hands-free control. They're both compatible with most of the major players like Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, and Apple Siri. Now that we know the major features that they have in common, let's move to the advantages of each brand. Now the main difference between these two robots is the ability to mop. Now iRobot does offer a different version of the J7 Plus called the Combo that has a unique mop feature, but it is hundreds of dollars more expensive than the standard version. Unfortunately, I was not able to get my hands on one of these to take a look at and compare closely, but it is available out there. Now the Yeedi Cube has a ton of mopping features like the 1-liter UFO water tank, a 25,000 vibrations per minute sonic mopping head, an 8mm auto lift for the mop that keeps the mop off your carpet, the ability to self-clean and dry the mopping pad, and storing that dirty water in a handy, transparent water tank in the base station. While on the other hand, you don't get any of those features on the J7 Plus standard version. Now, if you only have carpets in your home, you probably won't care about mopping at all. But trust me, on hard surfaces, there's nothing better than a freshly mopped floor. Now, what I think is the standout design feature on the Yeedi Cube is the carry handle that also doubles as the handle for the UFO water tank. This allows you to easily pick up the robot and carry it to a different floor or an area if you need to do a spot clean. Now, of course, you can pick up and move the iRobot no problem, but it is a little bit more cumbersome. The J7 Plus is lighter than the Yeedi due to the lack of the water tank, so picking up one-handed isn't impossible. The Yeedi also has multiple buttons clearly labeled on the top of the unit to select cleaning, return to home, and spot cleaning. You can do most of the functions from the i7 Plus, but you have to remember a sequence of button presses on the single button. Now, both vacuums have a much more powerful vacuum motor in the base station. This allows you to quickly pull the dirt out of the robot and place it in the base station. The Yeedi is equipped with a 2.1 liter dust bag in the base, while the Roomba only has a 1 liter, even though both robots are rated for about 60 days of cleaning. The Roomba does come with an extra bag and a neat little storage area to keep it in. Now, the J7 Plus does have a bit more of a convenient design when it comes to getting access to the dust bag. It has a more traditional flip-up door with a nice little leather accent on it versus Yeedi's more cumbersome cover. Now, I will say I think this is for a reason on the Yeedi Cube, because the base station on the i7 Plus is extremely loud when it self-empties. This is only for around 10 seconds, but the first time we did run the robot, when we were going to bed, when it docked and self-emptied, we were afraid it was going to actually wake up the kids, it was so loud. So it looks like the Yeedi's cover also is built to help dampen some of the sound when it does self-empty. Another nice feature is the bottom tray on the Yeedi Omni Station is removable for easy cleaning. So now that we've seen all of the advantages of the Yeedi Cube, let's look at what the J7 Plus has in its corner. Now, one of the standout features on the i7 Plus that I haven't really seen on other robots before is the front-mounted sensor and navigation system. This front-mounted camera uses a white LED to illuminate the robot's path at night. It allows the robot to see and avoid objects and things that might trip it up. It'll also send images that it identifies as possible obstacles to the app, so you can review it and better train the robot on what things to avoid. Now, also while we're in the app, we can also see all of the history and information the robot has collected while cleaning. I definitely think the iRobot has more in-depth information in their app. Another advantage of the Roombas is the level of detail in the map. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this is able to map this detailed with just the front-mounted camera and the other sensors on board, but you typically don't get this detailed of a map without having a LiDAR station on here. You're also able to easily identify areas in your house that are carpeted because it changes the look on the map. Plus, I feel it does a better job of automatically breaking your house into different rooms, and the map is a little easier to understand than that of the Yeedi. Now, the Yeedi Cube uses its top-mounted camera to identify objects in your home and navigate based off them. But I feel like the fidelity of the map on the iRobot is better. Now, also because the iRobot brand has been around for many years, it's been synonymous with cleaning robots and has always been really the first brand to find out major problems. Now, as a pet owner, I know one of my greatest fears is that the robot will run over a mess left by our dog and then smear it all throughout the house. That's where Roomba's cleverly named POOP guarantee comes in. They specifically have designed their onboard software to use the camera on the front to avoid pet messes and prevent it from being drug around your home. This feature is not actually present on the Yeedi. In addition, if your robot does accidentally run over a pet mess, Roomba's warranty will replace it in the first year. So that's a nice peace of mind. Now, of course, this being one of my videos, we can't leave without talking about smart system integrations. Now, because iRobot has been around for many years, they already have a built-in integration into Home Assistant. This is super easy to set up and requires no additional installation or software. Whereas the Yeedi brand vacuums don't have a direct integration into Home Assistant. And if you want to set one up, it does take quite a few more steps and requirements. So if you're interested in knowing how to set up the Yeedi vacuum in Home Assistant, let me know in the comments below. Now, before we take a look at my final recommendations, if you found this comparison helpful and want to see more content just like this, do me a favor and hit that like button. And also, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest reviews and tech showdowns. Your support really keeps me going, and I truly appreciate it. So I would say both of these robots are a great choice for your next cleaning companion. But I do think they're designed for two different types of homeowners. Now, I think the iRobot is definitely going to be a good selection if you have a house that's mostly carpet or you're a homeowner with large pets. If you struggle with pet hair constantly, day in and day out, then having the strong suction and rubber brushes makes picking that hair out of your carpet easy. And of course, if you don't have hard surfaces, then why do you care about mopping anyway? Also, if you're a family with small children or just really messy adults, The front-mounted camera on the J7 has the advantage of being able to identify and avoid obstacles that might end up tripping up the robot, such as clothing or cords. One of the problems that I've had for many years was coming home to a robot that either ate a child's sock or was wrapped around the phone charger. So these features are definitely an advantage if you have small or large mess makers in your home. And finally, if you're a pet owner, I'm sure you've been afraid that one of the presents that they leave you on your floor will get sucked up by a robot and then end up destroying the room it's in. The animal accident avoidance and the POOP guarantee are both great pieces of mind for the iRobot. Now, on the other hand, if you have a home with a lot of hardwood floors and surfaces mixed with carpets or just purely hard surfaces, then I think having all of the high-end mopping features in addition to the strong vacuum is a big advantage on the Yeedi. In addition, because of the ease of moving the robot between floors and setting up quick clean, I think the Yeedi Cube is more versatile than the J7 Plus. I really do think you get a lot more bang for your buck with the Yeedi Cube than you would with an iRobot product. iRobot's been around for many years and has been a trusted name in the robotic cleaning game, but I do feel you pay a little extra for the brand name. But whichever robot you choose, I think you will be happy. Now, if you're interested in picking up either one of these two robots, please check the links in the description. It really does help out the channel if you use those links. Now, if you do want to check out other videos in my robot cleaner series, you can check out this playlist right over here. And if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel by clicking the logo right here. I'm hoping to put out more reviews and more projects in the coming months. Thank you again for making it this far in the video, and I'll see you on the next one.